Hey guys, what's up? It's Perpikowski here. I'm going to do a video for you guys on how to field strip an AK47. I know a lot of you guys probably know out there, a lot of you gun guys. This is a video more geared towards the people that don't know a lot about them, first-time AK buyers, first-time AK owners. Just a little bit of a guide how to kind of take it apart, what you need to clean, what you don't need to worry about, how far you need to go, that kind of stuff. So we're going to go ahead and start. This is my Romanian AK47. We're going to go ahead and start with a safety check. We have a magazine in it. The magazine is out and unloaded. Set that to the side. Pull our chamber back and we'll check the chamber. Chamber is clear. Alright, so we have clean gun here. Doesn't need cleaned, and it's clear is what I meant. But we're going to take it apart and pretend to clean it anyways. So the first step you're going to do is obviously make sure it's unloaded. The second step is this little button back on the rear of the receiver. Right there. That guy. You'll see that moves back and forth. You're going to push that in and lift up on the receiver cover. The receiver cover pops right off. What it is, it's just stamped steel. That's why they were so cheap, why they were so easy to make, why they were so readily available. The whole receiver is just stamped. They do make milled receiver AKs. Arsenal makes new milled receivers. Some early Russians were milled, some Polish were milled. I don't know if the Chinese ever milled any. But yeah, this one is a stamped receiver, and you're going to have a stamped receiver cover too. So the next thing you're going to do, this is your recoil guide rod and your recoil spring, your bolt spring. So there's a little keyway back here. See, I got a little bit better light. So there's a little keyway right here that this button actually goes in. So you're just going to push this button towards the front of the gun and pull it out of the keyway. Just like that. See, there's a little ridge on there. I'll go ahead and put it back in so that you can see it one more time. Okay, so it's in the keyway. Pull it forward and up out of the keyway. That's all you got to do. Pull that whole assembly out. It's just a spring and two rods that are connected together in there. Then you're going to go ahead and take your bolt out. Bolt just kind of slides to the back. Over the hammer. There's two recesses in the receiver that it comes up through. It's kind of hard to do. Looking this way, let me turn it. There we go. It was just a thing of how I had the gun oriented. It was a little difficult to do. Not how I'm used to doing it, but so that just pulls out these two recesses on the bottom of the bolt. There's a channel there and a channel there. Those two pull out of these two channels on the back of the receiver. And you'll see once you're in there, it's pretty simple to do. They pull out of those. Okay, so that really is about it for the firing mechanism, for the firing group. Next thing you're going to do is take this little lever here on the side located near your rear sight. This lever right here, and you're going to push that up. Some will push up with your finger like this one will. Others you're going to have to use a punch, a hammer, a mallet, a rubber mallet, a Durlin punch, or even a bullet. Actually, the little detent in there is kind of keep the bullet placed, and you can use a bullet to do it. I've done it before and I've seen people do it before. So then that just flips up 90 degrees and you pull this top cover off. That's your gas tube. Looks like that. So you can see me through there. It's just a gas tube. That's how your recoil works. That's how you get your gas back through the piston to push the piston and the bolt back. So that's our gas block coming up off the barrel. Our rear gas block with the rear sight. Our chamber, our exit of our gas block, and then our trigger and our firing group down here. The points you're really going to want to hit, I'll show you. The points you're really going to want to hit is down in this hammer area with some lube. There we go. Down in this hammer area with some lube, you're gonna want to lube that up a little bit. Just makes it run a little better. You can run AKs dry; they run just fine. But I always lube mine up a little bit. You really want to get, if you've been shooting corrosive ammo, some ammo is, not a lot of 3.9 is, but some is. You're gonna want to really get in that chamber, get on the hump of the chamber on the top here, and get down in the chamber. I don't really have enough room next to the wall to show you down the chamber. But you're going to want to get up on that hump of the chamber, in the chamber, and on the bottom on the sides of the chamber. Get that real good. Then get on the inside of your gas block. You know what? Let me move the camera. That would be much easier. There. I don't know why I didn't think of that before. Okay, so now you're gonna want to get the inside of your gas block here. That's all gonna need to be cleaned out. Put a patch through there, because all this is carbon and fouling and gas that's coming back up out of the barrel here to push your piston back. So you're gonna want to get in there, and then you're gonna want to get your front block in there. You're gonna want to get the ports. Get down in there a little bit if you can, and then obviously down your whole muzzle with a good corrosive salt cutting solvent. That's really it for the chassis of the AK, if you will, receiver. Next is your bolt. I'll move the camera back because we're pretty much done with that anyway. Next you're going to do your bolt. Where'd my Glock tool go there? Get in between your piston rings here. You're going to want to get in there good. Fouling tends to build up. Get on your piston head pretty good. Scrub that. Then come back to the back. And your bolt will pull out. There's a little keyway. Just drops in just like that. And rides like there. That'll come out. Get these channels on your bolt, all these keyways on your bolt face under your ejector, get all that and lube that up a little bit. Then you're going to want to get the channel and the keyway on your bolt carrier, the rear of the bolt carrier in there, and also on the back of the bolt carrier and into the spring where the spring rod rides. A little bit of fouling can get back there. So then put your bolt back in, goes in like so, drops in the keyway, slides forward. I always give my spring and guide rod assembly, whatever you want to call it, recoil spring, I always give it a good wipe down with some WD-40 or gun oil, or even a little solvent if it's been a while since I cleaned it, with a rag on that, just to kind of keep it in check. Then your tube here, you're going to want to get this flare, get in that flare, get in the back here, get all that, and get down the tube, obviously, because a lot of fouling is going to build up in that tube. Alright, so once you've done that, you're really ready to reassemble. Reassembly is just as easy as disassembly. Put the flare of the gas tube first. Move your keyway up and it'll slide right down. Push it down, lock it down. That ain't going nowhere. You're good there. Next is your bolt carrier and gas piston. Put your gas piston into the tube first here. Slide it down. Your bolt will push down onto those two relays and slide forward. Fully seat it to the front like so. You can see that bolt's in there now. It's not going to go anywhere. Then finally, your spring assembly down the tube on the bolt, push it in into the keyway, it's locked in. Now this is where some people get a little confused at times or find it to be a little tricky. It's really easy once you get the point of it, get the hang of it. Use the front of your receiver cover there into this small gap. You can see it right there. Push the top of your receiver into that gap, like so, and push down. That's it. It's on there. We'll check for function. Fire test. Good fire. And we'll put our mag back in. Safety on. And that is all there is to it. That is how you field strip an AK. Like I said, a lot of you out there probably know, but for those of you who don't, that's a good way to strip your AK. There's plenty of more stuff you can do once you're in there, but that's just your basic field strip. That'll get you where you need to be. Clean what you need cleaned. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments below, or direct message me on YouTube through Perbikowski's channel. Like I said, questions there. Comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.